Namaste, friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Tarot, and I am going to do a reading. I think you're kind of knowing that that's the whole purpose of this, so hope this message resonates for you. Please take what resonates, leave in peace what does not, as it may not be. The entire message may not be for you. This is generally a twin flame reading for me. I pick up on the twin flame energies because I'm a twin, and my intent of all of my readings is to support the collective, to bring insight of the energies you're experiencing, the steps that you might need to consider before you can move forward on your journey, and also just, some kind support for deepening your understanding of what's going on in your connection, in your energies, on your path. And I just think it's my way of helping the collective as we stumble through this, as we become awakened. Many twins were not awakened when they discovered they were a twin, so that in itself is a difficult process. The purging, the healing, the becoming the better version of yourself, all of those things can be pretty challenging emotionally and physically if you don't understand what's going on. So my goal is to provide some understanding and support. But take what resonates, leave what does not. Please like, share, subscribe if you want to help my channel. I don't monetize it, so I'm on your good graces to help get these messages out to others in the collective. So thanks for that. Thanks for all your kind comments, all of your beautiful energy here on my channel, and your support. So thanks, everyone. If you need a personal reading, please contact me through the email link in the description box. This is my clarification deck, Crystal Visions. I will use that if I feel it's necessary. I am going to use for this reading the Power of Love activation cards, the Sacred Travel Oracle cards, the Shadowscapes Companion Tarot, and my brand new deck that I love is the Somnia Tarot. So, and then when I was going, just now mentioning the decks that I'm going to use, I was guided to pull out the Jennifer Walker Zen Romance Oracle, Eye of Zen Romance Oracle deck. I don't know why. Just popped in my mind. So give me just a second. There it is on the very bottom, of course. On my little tarot shelf. Okay, so I'll go ahead and shuffle these. So I pre-shuffle, but I shuffle on camera for you. And I'm being told to read the book, so I'll leave the book out. Just saw money. Something may be about money. So, and I am to use this deck last. Okay. Thank you. I'll put my little heart on it. Actually, I'm going to put 2 hearts on it, like I've been told, and then we'll go from here. All right. Let's get started with, this feels like Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. We'll see how it goes. Release. No, actually, I got that backwards. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. This has been a theme in the readings now for quite a while. The release, we are all releasing. So let's see what this is about. 8 of Cups. In order to continue on your spiritual path, you have to release lower vibrational energies. Usually this is my, moving on to something more meaningful, but the 8 of Cups, in traditional, most readers read it. Let me back up. Most readers read this as walking away from something towards something more meaningful. To me, that is your spiritual journey. So this is the release of those lower vibration energies. that is part of this journey. Okay, we have quite a few cards here, so this is a message. Two of Wands, Nine of Swords, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands, which is making a decision of which path you're going to go down. And you're unsure. And that uncertainty is what is blocking you. And it's almost as though you have to release this cup. He's got a bucket pouring out emotions here. The water is emotions, but it's also the flow of energy. So in order to get the flow of energy, you're going to have to release this uncertainty. It's almost like you need to take a leap of faith. Because the stress and anxiety of not knowing is what is creating the blockage here. Something about the umbrella, protecting himself from rain, but yet he's in the water and he's pouring out water. It is a cycle. Here, these cloaked figures. This is waiting on something, waiting for something to come. Usually that's like the Three of Wands energy, waiting on something you've manifested. But this one, they're just not wanting to go down this. They haven't decided. They have a candle. There's the moon. Here's a candle here. It's like they're waiting on something to guide them. But the not knowing, the uncertainty, is creating this blockage for you moving into a higher vibration energy. It's like you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure out, you're trying to outthink the energy. And that's blocking the flow. Okay, the Six of Cups is in the challenge position. You're trying to figure out the soul connection. Yep. I want to look at this card. Lots of buckets. More pouring of water. The masculine is pouring energy or emotions to the feminine. That's what you're stressed about. That's what the Divine Masculine is stressed about. Opening up to the connection, to understanding the connection. He's trying to outthink the energy of the connection, and that's creating the block. But what he really wants to do is just say, hey, I think we're in this really unique soul connection called twin flames, and I'd really like to talk to you about it. But the Empress. So there's a sewing machine out in the middle of nowhere. Three of Swords. Oh, yeah. I think this message has come through before. You got the 2 3s here. 2 2s and 2 3s. What it feels like is that, look at how the Divine Masculine is just kind of sitting in this water, this pool of emotions, and he's just so worried that he's going to get hurt. Look at the 3 swords just lingering above him, suspended, ready to just, you know, pierce his back. He's just terrified that if he opens up about what he thinks on this connection of his Empress, he's going to get hurt. Strength. This is a person who is just kneeling down, just wanting to pick up this heavy load, but doesn't have the strength. Another 8 card. So we started with an 8 card. He just doesn't have the strength. He doesn't have the strength to confront his worst fear, which is getting hurt. The world. Okay? That's what he has to release, the fear. Fear, fear, fear. This is fear, this is fear. This is creating anxiety. But he's at a choice point of he has to let go of this fear in order to move forward. And he's not, so he has to end this cycle. Divine Feminine, crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. We have release and release. The Divine Feminine is crossing the bridge from feeling that this is an ego-based relationship to the spiritual relationship. And here he is on this boat wanting to cross under this bridge and catch this Divine Feminine so he can talk to her. Because he needs this healing and this connecting and this mending and this releasing. He needs that. So in what I'm hearing is that he may just show up. And when he does, it's because he's coming for this healing and connecting and mending and releasing. 7 of Wands. You're going to feel defensive. And that's come up in several readings before, that the Divine Masculine is going to approach and you're going to feel defensive about it. Remember, in this deck we don't take, 2 of Cups. We don't take reversals. It was not designed. The artist did not design it to be this is unusual. The one partner here in this 2 of Cups is the tree. And in previous readings, in the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus, that message has come up several times in our Daily Spiritual Sapience about somebody getting a message. They're reading a book and it has a tree in it. And here's this 2 of Cups, and there's this couple with a cup between them and a cup behind them. They're each holding a cup. And that little heart is dangling right above them. So instead of the swords dangling, here is the heart dangling. This is the healing. So instead of getting this from you, he needs this from you. The Lovers. Unbelievable. That empowers him, because look at him here. He is grabbing that Divine Feminine in a passionate embrace and just absolutely. And then if you see, the sun is shining above them. There are 3 doves in this imagery. Those 3 doves are the 3 of Cups union card. Just saying. So this is allowing and releasing all that has transpired. Hermit. Shining the light on that. The Hermit card to me is always going within and learning a spiritual lesson. But every time it comes out, the lantern in different decks is facing toward what needs to be illuminated in your spiritual connection. And that feels like you need to allow this. Instead of being defensive, and that's going to be your visceral reaction, come from your heart chakra. Don't go with the, don't have your swords out. Be in your Two of Cups Lover's energy and allow this connection to help mend, heal, and help the release. Here's the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so it's taken him a little longer than expected. He's really trying to line up. This is getting your ducks in a row before you take action kind of thing. You're going to be very diligent in the decision making. It's probably why you're defensive, is you're kind of thinking it shouldn't have taken him so long. Here's the Eight of Pentacles with a spider with lots of webs. Lots of little lights that have been trapped in this web, caught in this web. That feels to me like little interactions that you've had that you're holding on to. You've done a lot of work, and you've turned those interactions now into, instead of negatives, you've turned them into little pieces of light, transmuting that energy. That's the work you've been doing. Strength. Okay, so let's combine this. Let's look at the strength cards. This is the Divine Masculine's imagery of strength. This is the Divine Feminine's imagery of strength. She's standing in her power. You're intimidating to him. And here is this cup with these two little birds. But you are like just embracing the lion, your power. And he is not there. Sorry. Not there. He's working on his strength. Ace of Wands. Okay, so there's a possibility that you will be the one to take action. Okay, so let's check out what the Romance Oracle, Eye of Zen, has for the Divine Masculine. Isolation. Alone time is needed, time for deep soul searching. Doesn't that make perfect sense? Okay, I was asked to read from the book. Isolation. This card indicates a time for self-reflection. Alone time is needed to contemplate the bigger picture of your situation. Soul-searching, introspection, and being alone. So he's kind of, I see the imagery here. There's many alone figures here. Whereas here we have two images, at least, of not alone. All right, for the Divine Feminine, uncertainty. A true romantic connection is unclear. A deeper understanding is required. That feels like both, I'll be honest. So I'll pull another for the Divine Feminine, and then I'll read about it. Remember, I said he was uncertain here. And this is uncertain too. But it's the heart that's going to give credit to the knowing. The heart is going to give credit to the knowing. Oh, that one got me tingly in my spine. Challenges. Negative and unhealthy obstacles are upon you. Be careful. So let's read a little bit about uncertainty. First, challenges. Let's do challenges. This card indicates a time for potential trouble ahead. This can be witnessed through unhealthy attachments, addictive behavior, or depression. A good time to reach out to others for support. So that Seven of Wands, that's where you're coming from. You need to release that energy. Uncertainty. This card indicates a true romantic connection is unclear. The need for more clarity is needed. Keywords. And you would get the clarity if you don't have your swords out. If you come from your energy of turning that unhealthy energy, remember what I said, those interactions, you turned them into light. You turned them into little points of light on your journey together. So that is going to overcome these challenges and this uncertainty. Then that'll all be cleared up. I feel like that's it. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Namaste.